Hey guys, welcome to the True Brits. I'm back and we've got another review for you guys today. We're going to be looking at the G27 Logitech Racing Wheel. So obviously if you're looking for a decent wheel, I'm going to give you my thoughts, opinions, pros, cons and everything else about this wheel. So we're going to have a look at the wheel itself, the gear stick, stick shift, gearbox, whatever you want to call it, and obviously the pedals. I'm also going to calibrate it as well with the PS3. And so you guys can see the lovely LED lights, and let's get cracking. So we will start with the pedals themselves. Now, coming from a Logitech Pro Force wheel, which is, well, it's decades old now, but coming from them, or even a GT wheel, these pedals are a huge upgrade, massive. First thing you'll notice is the weight of them. They're about 10 to 15 pounds, so definitely not going anywhere when you're playing. And then you obviously notice the beautiful pedals themselves, which are really nicely made out of aluminum or aluminium. And first of all, we have the clutch, the left side, obviously. So clutch, brake, accelerator. If you don't know that, well, you shouldn't be driving. But the clutch, obviously, easy to press down. Not easy, but easier so than the brake, which is a little bit harder. And then the accelerator, which is really quite easy. So you'll definitely feel the difference when you're playing, which is nice. And obviously you can see the brake is fatter than the accelerator, and the clutch is just a little bit narrower than the brake. If you have a look at the back, the good thing about these is you can actually, if you see around here, they have screws. And you can take that screw out, and you can actually move the brake up or down. Whether, you know, maybe if you have a larger foot, you can make it taller. If you have a smaller foot, then I just leave it how it is. But so that's nice. Obviously back here, this is the spring, the resistance that, you know, really makes it have a nice feel to it. Right here, as you can see, these little circles. This is just grip. If you can hear this, has a grip for your heel. So when you're pressing that down, you're not slipping if you're wearing socks or barefoot or whatever. If we have a look at the back side of it, you can see we've got screws here. These are obviously the ability to mount this onto anything, a play seat, or, you know, a racing rig or whatever you want to have, which is nice. Up here is the carpet grip. As you can see, this thing is really solid. I mean, they are really sharp. You can pierce something with these, but once you got this on the carpet, that is not going anywhere. And once you've finished, you can just push it back up and obviously flip it out. So really easy to use, very good. And it also has little rubber pads here, so if you're playing on wooden floor and you don't want to use this carpet grip, that's not a problem. You can just use those. So very solid. I mean, these are really good wheels. 9 out of wheels, pedals, my bad. So easy 9 out of 10 for me. Thumbs up. Not quite as good as the Fanatics Club Sport pedals, but those are like 150 bucks on their own. So you know, for what you get, phenomenal pedals, and can't, you know, rate them any higher than that. Moving on to the shifter. This thing has 6 gears. As you can see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm slipping. 5 and 6. And if you want to reverse, you just push down and then you go right, and that's reverse. How they're mounted is very easy. You see these little knobs right here. You just twist them in, and if you see from the side, you'll see this thing as it goes down and up. So that's how you clamp those in. And it's got 3 clamps, so this thing is not going anywhere once you have it in position. It's as sturdy as they come, and can't complain with the mounting system on this thing. As for the shifter itself, how does it feel? It feels nice in the hand. I mean, this is leather, like wrapped leather kind of material, so it's real good. And you can see this is kind of a, you know, metal thing. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's hard. You're not going to break that anytime soon. It's not real hard to push. You know, I can do it with a finger. But, you know, it's nice to have an actual shifter. You know, at the end of the day, when you're driving manual, it's much nicer to have a shifter and actually feel like you're doing something, which is the whole point of having it. The buttons right here, you have a whole array of buttons, so you can use these as you wish. This can be select, start, L2, R2. The D-pad isn't great. Feels kind of like the old PSP D-pad. But not great. But you know what? How many times are you going to use that in a game? Rarely ever. The LED light there tells you when it's on. And then these 4 buttons right here, you can customize as you wish. So this is triangle if you want, obviously X, square, circle. And this is PS3 and PC compatible, so that's why there's no actual buttons with symbols. And this right here is just kind of a metal finish. And I haven't taken the plastic off yet, so that's that. And then obviously the logo right there, but very nice shifter. Obviously not the best one out there, but definitely does the job. Moving on to the wheel itself. Obviously the key ingredient, because you use this the most. This is a great wheel, I have to say. Diameter wise, I think this is like 10 inches or something, so you know, it's a good size. It's not massive, so you know, it's a good racing wheel size. This is leather around the sides here, all around. A real nice leather. I mean, it's really nicely wrapped. Has little holes in there as well, kind of, so you know your hands aren't sweaty and getting all nasty while you're racing. It has a really nice feel to it. I know when I had the Pro Force wheel, it was rubber. I just didn't like it, but this thing with the leather, beautiful. The buttons, 6 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can use these as you wish. Now games these days are allowing you to customize more, which is nice. So you can make this boost and look back and change view, and then you know, bring up the map and all that crap. So that's nice as well. Right here, it's kind of a aluminum, what you guys say, material. So it's not plastic, but it's nice. Feels sturdy. And then you have this. I don't know what these are for. These obviously just to mount this in the middle. There's no actual. Kind of looks unfinished. I don't know why they decided to do that, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. And then the middle is plastic, as you can hear, and I haven't taken off the wrapping again, but very nicely there. So also, let me just get these pedals out of the way. You can see from the side here we have the sequential shifters. Now these things are really nice. They have a nice click to them, as you can see. Well, you can't see, but you can hear them. So when you're racing, you know, both of them sound great. Never had a problem with them. They do say mounted to the wheel, so they're not stuck there like I think the new Thrustmaster wheel has them staying there, but they do move with you, so you can easily change gear when you're turning. Force feedback motors back here. As you can see, it's dusty, but it's alright. But yeah, force feedback. The only the con I have about this thing is when you're playing a game like Dirt 3, constantly off-road, this thing is loud, makes a hell of a lot of noise. And it's because of the new belt mechanism thing they've made. It kind of made it a little bit loud and noisy, so that's a little bit of a con, but it's not too big of a deal. Clamps, once again, you get one here and one here. And if you just twist these out, that comes out easy. If you look at the back, right here, you can see it has a cool kind of Mustang look to it, which is kind of neat. And the clamps are real good. Once again, you just twist them, you know, you clamp them up, and it has 2 of them. So once again, this thing isn't going anywhere. And also, let's just have a look at the bottom real quick, if I can figure out how to swing it over without breaking it. If you can see here, this is where all your connections are. So this is going to be the connection to the pedals, and this is the connection to the gear box right there, and then this is the power one. So all of these are connected, and it has this nice ability to put the leads in there. So so that's really nice as well. So they have thought about everything and made sure that everything works as it should. Let me go and stick this back on. So yeah, overall guys, great wheel. I mean, I can't fault it. I actually did have a faulty one though, so I was saying that. Had to send that back in because for some reason it wouldn't, every time, if I wanted to go straight, I had to hold the wheel like this. Trying to drive straight like that is a nightmare, so the calibration was all messed up. Sent the old one back in. It was under warranty, and customer service was great, so they sent me a new one, and this one's only a few months old, so it's been great ever since. So that is good stuff. And that's about it, guys. There is calibration. I can show you this. I've got to somehow figure this out, but if you twist this around here, you'll see it calibrate with the PS3. So when I plug it in, here we go. Doesn't want to do it. You don't want to work, boy? Doesn't want to work. Okay. One sec, guys. Let me unplug it. So right here, yeah, there you go. So real quick, works well, and that is calibrated, and can't actually move it now. But if I was to swing this all the way around, well, you'll see, just swings back. Works really well. So that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're looking for a really good wheel, and you don't want to go too crazy on the price, I mean, this thing is over 200 bucks, so it's not cheap, you know, but for 220-ish around there, I can't afford it. You do get a gear stick, a wheel, and a great set of pedals, and you get some great races out of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments, anything, leave them in the for me to see, and I'll hit you up. But thumbs up, and see you guys next time. Take care.